Hey there, you're listening to M.C.R.O Radio with Melissa.
And Richard.
So this will be episode number 3.
Episode 3, take 1.
Okay, you don't have to say the takes. Come on. This one I don't plan on fucking up. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying there, bud.
We are back.
So it's, we're really liking this new format we've been doing. Like, we've been working a lot harder on these episodes.
We finally figured out our microphone stands.
Yes, we did.
And we're not sitting here fighting for 25 minutes and like...
Just putting a clamp on the table. So, I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
And I really like our name, M.C.R.O Radio. Like, I find, like, now... I don't know, like, I find more people are following us on Instagram, which is nice.
Yeah, and we... Like,
maybe because our content that we're posting is a lot better, but...
Yeah. Like, the name, like, came up by accident.
Yeah, it was weird. It was on the bus, too.
Yeah. You're like, well, what should we name it? And I'm like, M.C.R.O Radio. And you're like, wait a minute. That's actually
that sounds cool.
Kind of catchy.
And it actually works. So, we like it. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Actually, really neat. I don't know, like it's kind of suits us better than the Peanut Gallery and the Functional Dysfunctional Couple, because we've gotten a lot better as a couple lately.
Yeah.
So, it's nice. It's very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I like you.
Oh, I like you. Love you.
I like you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
My name is Borat.
No, it's not. Your name is Richard. Your name is Richard.
Rich.
Hi.
Is a kind of fish. Is a macaron.
Don't you just love quoting your Uncle Mike?
Uncle Mike is amazing. All like 4 feet of him.
He's so awesome. I miss him, actually. I haven't seen him in a while.
4 feet of grunting and beard.
So, did you hear what I found? Did I tell you what I found out the other day?
What did you find out?
I seen this on Q107's Facebook page, and it's about an animal that was deemed extinct, the Fernanda giant tortoise.
Mm-hmm. It
was deemed extinct. It hasn't been seen in over 110 years. Which was like 1906, the last time it was recorded seen.
Yeah.
They actually found it on the Galapagos Island. Is that how you say it?
Galapagos?
Galapagos Island, in a remote area on the island. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I guess these tortoises are just like... You actually don't really know, like, what does a tortoise do? Like, do they just swim and that's it?
I don't know.
So, I think that's awesome that, it's not extinct anymore. So maybe all these animals that are... becoming extinct maybe they're just hiding from poachers and
you never know. I mean, they could be hiding from predators. I mean, who knows?
They're probably hiding from humans.
Yeah, I mean, us as humans could be so naive. What possible other animals could be out there that we deemed as extinct, but they still might be populating somewhere.
Could you imagine there's still dodo birds?
That'd be cool.
They're just hiding in a cave right now.
They're like, fuck that. Fucking stupid people. I'm gonna hide in a cave.
Right?
And be a bird.
Right?
And poop on stuff.
Yeah, they're pooping all over their cave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was neat, and I thought we should, start this off on a really good note.
Yeah.
Like that, considering you and I both really like animals.
Yeah.
But
you know what else is animals?
What?
Body hair.
What's wrong with body hair?
Okay, listen.
Like, okay, are you talking body hair on a man or body hair on a woman?
I mean, it depends, but, on some of it can be both.
Because, I've seen men where you're just like, whoa, take off that sweater.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like, you gotta clean that up.
Like, my neighbor, in the summertime, he'll wear a muscle shirt, and he honestly looks like a bear.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to cram, a carpet under his
No, he's literally all over his upper, from his neck, so, from...
Yeah, if they're wearing, a tank, it looks like they're cramming, a shag carpet.
It's gross.
Yeah.
It's honestly gross. I'm so glad you don't look like that and
No.
have that. That's just nasty.
No, I would be taking care of it. Because, yeah, no, that's...
Like, could you imagine what that looks like all wet in the shower or in the pool?
Yeah, it's like, hey, the 70s called, they want their chest hair back.
Ew, could you imagine having chest hair coming out of your fucking top of your shirt? That's so gross.
Can you imagine, like, wearing a collared shirt and it's just like...
Ew, that's so trash.
And
I'm sorry, like, that's trash.
Hello, my name is Chesty. My name is Chester.
Oh, Chester the chest hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said depends, right? So I talked about the men's side.
Yeah.
So are you talking that women's body hair is gross?
Yes. Again.
What's gross about women? Okay, answer my question. What's gross about women's body hair? The
videos that we had seen online.
Oh, that one that my sister sent us?
Yes.
Of those women, and they're like petting their
like,
pit hair and
they're
adding
lying down. They're like,
oh,
I'm all about body positivity, and it's my body. I can do what I want. Yet they fucking pluck their eyebrows. Like, get the fuck out of here. You can't tell me one thing and then do another. Like, you fucking hypocrite.
Okay, well, I shave my armpits, but I don't like to shave my legs in the wintertime.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. I mean, doing that is a lot of work.
Yeah, no shit. So maybe that's why they don't want to shave their armpits. It saves them money on razors. Like, hello.
You can get a set of clippers and just...
Okay, no, the clippers don't work like that.
Yes, they do.
No, not on armpit hair.
I will show you. I will do them myself.
Okay, you show me. Whose armpits are you doing? Mine or yours?
I'll do mine.
Ew. You're gonna have no pit hair to pull on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Shit, I can't pull on your pit hair?
Yeah.
Are you doing that just because I pull on your pit hair?
I can. I used to.
When?
When I used to get self-conscious about my armpit hair.
Why would you get self-conscious about your armpit hair?
Well, because sometimes I just wanted it gone.
What, because you were 12 and none of the other boys had it yet?
No.
Oh.
No, I did it as an adult. I got to a point where I didn't like it, and I thought.
Why would you like lift up your arm and it would show under your shirt? Ew, that's so gross.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, so like if you're wearing a muscle shirt or if you're wearing a t-shirt?
Yeah, if I'm wearing a muscle shirt.
Okay, so then that's okay.
It's just like.
Yeah, that's okay. You're supposed to have pit hair. Everybody gets pit hair.
I know, but sometimes I maybe just want it gone.
I don't know why. So what's wrong with women having pit hair then?
It's just gross. It's weird. It stinks. It smells.
So what if I grew up my pit hair?
No, I'd get rid of it for you.
What do you mean you're getting rid of it for me?
I will wax it. I will clip it. I will shave it. I will pluck it.
But it's my body and I can do what I want to.
It's my body. I can do what I want. It's fucking gross.
I don't pluck my eyebrows.
I don't.
I have caterpillars on my face.
I don't think you do.
Oh, I do. Trust me. I'll darken them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to be like, whoa. Whoa, what did you do? You're going to be like, where did those caterpillars come from?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think I'm allergic to you and your lack of knowledge on women's armpits.
It's gross.
Okay, no, I'll be honest. I feel like here's how I feel about it. Like, actually, if you're not showing your armpits, then that's okay to like not shave for a couple days, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I don't have to shave every single day.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going around and flaunting it, it's ooh, look at me.
Like if you're like growing out your armpit hair and it's like, I remember who was it? Lady Gaga dyed her pit hair blue because she had blue hair.
Yeah.
And then Miley Cyrus was growing out her pit hair at one point, which I can see like why, because they're like feminists and stuff like that, and they're just saying like, I don't have to. I'm not doing it as a beauty standard kind of thing. But, so, like, some people, they don't shave their arm. Like, some cultures, they don't shave.
Yeah.
For, like, cultural purposes, I guess. They say it's religion, but it's not. It's culture. Like, religion and culture are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I guess is fine.
Yeah.
But my stand on it is, if you're not going to show it, then that's fine, but make sure you have a lot of deodorant.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to shave your legs, then please don't wear shorts.
Yeah.
Just don't show off your legs.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have, like, you know, little toe hairs, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I have them.
I have them.
Well, I'm a girl. I have them, and I always wear sandals, like, come the summertime.
Yeah.
I just have, like, a little, like, one little one, and it hurt. I'll be honest, it really hurts to pluck, so
Yeah.
I just don't. And I don't shave my toes. I shave my legs and my pits, and that's it. I don't shave any other body part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I'll be honest, like, body hair is natural. Like, you get hairs everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they say women aren't supposed to have facial hair, but I'll be honest with you, like, nowadays I find a lot of women have facial hair compared to before.
A lot of that's also because of...
hormonal imbalance,
yeah,
yes.
And that's because of the foods that we eat.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
So, which in turn is not only growing their facial hair, it's growing, like, their body hair where, you know.
It comes in thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the steroids that they put in stuff now.
Oh, most definitely. And all the processed foods and all these chemicals you're seeing that you can't pronounce, you know, we're all guilty of eating it.
Yeah.
But maybe, you know, we should try and stop eating it.
It's, you know, and I always tell people, it's, you know, pick up your favorite snack item and read the ingredients on it. And, you know, the golden rule is if you can't pronounce it, it doesn't belong in your body.
Okay. I have a bottle of water. I'm looking for the ingredients on here. I guess there's no real ingredients in water now, is there?
No.
Ozonated, non-carbonated, dissolved mineral salts, and fluoride ions.
Yeah.
Oh, this is done in Grey County, Ontario.
Oh, yeah.
Feversham, Grey County, Ontario. Cool.
Yeah.
They probably, I'll be honest, they probably paid like $5 for 1 million gallons of water, though.
Oh, probably.
And then selling it to us for like $4 a case.
But yet it's illegal for within Canada, and I think also in the U.S. that it's illegal to collect and
rainwater
and store rainwater. Yeah, for personal use. Yeah, that's illegal. But yet these companies, it's okay to charge you X amount of dollars for drinking water.
Nestle's one of those big ones. This is Loblaws water.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I really like this water.
Yeah.
But I love my tap water. Brampton's tap water is... So, like, Peel Region has the cleanest water in all of Canada.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, well, like...
Like, do you notice a difference between Toronto tap water and Brampton tap water?
Yeah, when it comes to tap water, yeah. I mean, when I was out in BC, I was... I think 13 or 14 when I went. And I was there for, I think, 4 nights, 5 days. And one of the excursions, we went through the Canadian side of the Rockies. And one of the stops was in the ice fields in BC. And we stopped off, and you take this really, like, it's a big special bus that drives up the mountain.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you stop off at this glacier, and there's a steady stream of water coming down. And you just see people filling up water bottles.
Oh, wow.
And you take a sip of this water, and I kid you not, like, I can still, to this day, I still remember the taste, because it's the cleanest thing I've ever had in my life. You took a sip of it, and you know you had it in a water bottle. You left it for. I remember leaving it on our coach bus because we were doing tours. Left it on the coach bus. 3 hours later, came back, took a sip of that water, and it was still ice cold.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It's like, you know, that scene from The Waterboy, but it's still cold.
I love that movie.
It was blessed by an Eskimo.
I love that movie.
But yeah, no, it was one of the most amazing things. You know, I regret going when I was a kid. I think I'd appreciate it a little bit more if I went as an adult.
Most definitely.
Because you see certain things, like I remember going to Chateau Lake Louise, and
My friend worked, my friend Nicola, she just left from there.
Yeah, you were saying.
I think your phone would buzz.
Possibly.
Probably for hockey.
Could be, but my phone, yeah.
Hockey.
Yeah, that's the hockey. I'm surprised because my phone's been at 1% for like the last hour.
Damn, that's funny. You gotta charge your phone.
Yeah. But I mean, it's such a beautiful hotel, and then you've got this backdrop of mountains and blue. I'm talking sky blue water.
It honestly, I've seen photos and it doesn't look real. Like it looks like, you know.
It looks like something out of a movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks fake. It does not look real. Yeah. So like, if you ever get a chance to go, like I regret not being able to go, and seeing it, but one day I will for sure.
Yeah, BC was absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'd go back. I'd probably travel with another tour group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, preferably the great thing with these tour packages is you get everything. You get your bus, like your coach bus, your hotels, certain meals. You get everything comped, and the price also includes a flight to and from.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How much was it though?
My mother took me, so I don't know what the price was. Mm-hmm. The downside was it's a lot of seniors that go. So if you're looking for people your own age, you know, you're kind of shit out of luck. Mm-hmm. You know, I
find nowadays though they're promoting these kind of tours.
Yeah.
To make the younger people go, because when it's all seniors, like, they're seniors.
Yeah. I just remember even on the coach bus, it was, you know, a lot of the seniors.
They're sleeping.
Yep, they just sleep on the bus. Okay, we've got to this destination. So everybody, let's get off the bus and let's go for a walk. And it felt like almost like a senior excursion.
They said it just like that, like, let's get off the bus and take a walk.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the mountains. And they're mountains. Everybody go for a walk.
That's so funny.
But yeah, no, I remember having a great time when I went. I remember bringing a film camera with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digital cameras were so expensive then, eh?
I don't even think they were a thing then.
Yeah, they were. Digital cameras were around when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And you're 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
I think I was about grade 7 or grade 8.
I was in grade 6 or grade 7 when I went.
You said you were 14.
It was either 13 or 14. I can't remember exactly how old I was.
Okay, so regardless, you were like in grade 8 or 9.
No, it was before I was in high school. It was while I was in middle school.
Oh, so then yeah. It
was, yeah. But I specifically remember a film camera and...
Whose film camera was it?
I can't even remember. I think I bought a cheap one shortly before I left.
Yeah.
When you could buy like a cheap film camera for like $10.
Did you just say film?
Film.
You said it weird. You said film weird.
Okay.
You said like film.
Okay. What has that to do with the price of oranges?
Well, speaking of the price of oranges, have you been into a grocery store lately and they got all these fucking self-checkers?
Yeah. I see. I'm kind of on the fence with self-checkers.
I dislike them so hard, and I'll tell you why. They're taking away jobs. Companies are spending a shit ton of money to have these self-checkers and take away jobs. So if you have 3 self-checkers in a store, you're taking away 2 jobs from 2 people.
Yeah.
Because one person has to watch them.
Yeah.
You like them because you don't like to talk to people.
No, I'm an introvert. So when I go into a place, so say we'll take Shoppers for instance. I'll be like, hey, there's the Shoppers. You know what? Let me go in and grab a bottle of water. I get stuck behind the 5 people who have shopping carts full of stuff.
Okay, but like, let's be serious. So you don't support Canadian jobs?
I do, and I try to. But when it gets to that point, and I want to be in and get out,
Okay, but let's.
I'm using it at a convenience factor.
Okay, but this convenience factor is fucking up people's livelihoods because they're not hiring, or they won't open up another cash register when there's a lineup because they're telling people to go to the self checker. I was at Strawberry's Drug Mart one day, and I had said one of the workers goes, if anybody's paying debit or credit, I'll help you over at the self checker. I was paying debit or credit, but I refused to go. I'm like, why don't you just open up another cash?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure you all have tills. Open up another cash.
Yeah.
And I got told no. I'm like, open up another cash. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Wouldn't you rather have your job? Because when you take away, once you have self-checkers, you're taking away jobs.
Yeah.
Or people aren't getting hours.
Yeah.
Like where, there could be like 7 employees and they're not getting any hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're relying on these self-checkers.
Yeah. Like, I remember even growing up and going over to that Queensway movie theater. And even before that, the movie theater used to be over by Sherway Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd go in there and you'd never see, down the road eventually, yeah, there was like 1 or 2 kiosks that you could pick up your mobile tickets.
Mm-hmm.
But even now, it's like you walk in with Cineplex, there's no one there to say, hey, there's no face-to-face interaction. It's you push the button.
No, there's like 800 kiosks.
Yeah, they're all kiosks and then maybe one cash desk.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm guilty of using the kiosk. And I'll be honest, I'll tell you why. It's more like it's the convenience factor,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll be honest with you, I don't have to fight with somebody over my SIM card.
Yeah.
I used to have to fight with them over my SIM card. I don't know why they'd always have like something wrong with my SIM card.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why doesn't it work here? It works at the machines. I'm like, I'm coming here because I support you guys' jobs.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, those kiosks there, you'll lose your job if people continue to rely on them.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, the one in Brampton ended up closing.
Yeah.
We only have one movie theater in Brampton. Well, at least they're turning it into a Palladium.
Yeah. Well, I think, get on the topic of closing movie theaters, with everything going digital now.
Where are we going to go on dates?
I know.
Like, that's where we go on dates is the movies.
Yeah, movies and Palladium. And we're getting more Palladiums than we are getting movie theaters.
Yeah, like we lost in Brampton. We've lost 2 theaters in like less than 20 years.
Yeah.
And there used to be another one right close to my house where the Dollarama is.
Yeah. Well, over where I am, it's been the same, but we've lost 3 movie theaters.
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah. We lost the one at Sherway.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one over near Kipling Station. It used to be called Westwood Theater.
I remember that one.
I
remember that place. I've been there.
They blew that up for one of the Resident Evil movies. I think it was the second one.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Say a word.
Yeah. Most of that movie was filmed in Toronto. And
most are anyways.
Yeah. And then the third one was up at Dixon and I think it was near Kipling. Dixon and Kipling or Dixon and Martin Grove area.
No, Dixon and Martin Grove, it's the highway.
Yeah, no, it was over in close to where like the Tuckers and Boston Pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there used to be a movie theater there.
Oh, damn.
I remember I can kind of timeline it because I remember going to see it while it was in the movie theater. The Batman movie where Jim Carrey plays the Riddler.
Oh, that one. The one with Jack Nicholson's in it.
Yeah.
He plays the Joker in it. Which one is it? I should know this. My dad is a Batman fiend.
No, that's a different one.
Are you sure?
Yes. because it's Two Faces in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's not the one with George Clooney.
Yes, George Clooney is in that
George
movie.
It's George Clooney, and he's with
It's Robin. I can't remember the actor's name. But
the Frozen guy.
No,
Poison Ivy's in it.
That's the next one.
Oh.
It's the one before that. It is also George Clooney.
Oh,
but
really?
the villains are Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and he was in Cowboys in Space.
I don't know that movie.
He was in Men in Black.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yes, thank you. Tommy Lee Jones played
I love him.
Two-Face.
I haven't seen these movies since I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, and I remember vividly. It's one of like the few memories
so you were
I have.
Like 9.
Yeah, we would go there when I was a kid because the Cineplex at Sherwood was really expensive. So the two cheaper theaters were Westwood and I think it was called Skyway Movie Theater.
Probably Skyway because the airport's there.
Yeah.
There used to be a movie theater at Sheridan Mall.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, and they closed it, and it turned into, I believe, a library or Winners.
Yeah. And then from there we started going to Woodbine Movie Theater.
Oh, I used to love going there, Rainbow Theater.
Okay, so you guys want to know this like weird fact about that movie theater?
What? What? Tell me. Tell us.
So.
How did we go from self-checkers to the movie theater?
We were talking about like the self-checkers, and Cineplex has them, and we're guilty of using them.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you go to the one at Woodbine Center, and I'm like 99% sure it's still there, if you look at the walls near the very top, near the ceiling, there's paintings of people that stretch all the way around. If you look very, very carefully, when those paintings were originally done, they were anatomically correct. So there were women with their chests out, with nips.
Word.
And it went all the way around the movie, around the lobby of the movie theater. And so I had a manager tell me, I used to work there, when my first job, told me that somebody complained they had to pay someone to come in and paint stars on all the nips. On all the people. And so I was up on a ladder changing a light, and I just happened one day to peek over and just see. Sure enough, you can still see some of the nips. That's a true story.
Okay, well, we gotta go there and see it then.
Yeah, because it's really
down?
funny. Yeah.
You down to go back there? See if there's like still the same nacho cheese on all the fucking chairs that were, There's always nacho cheese on old movie theater chairs.
You know what, but
Sheridan Mall, there was always this one theater that had nacho cheese on the chair.
Some of the theaters had a weird smell to it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but you know what? You know what's weird about that theater?
What?
I remember when I would open, and the mall wasn't even open yet. And so you'd be in there setting up, and sometimes it wasn't clean from the night before, so you'd go through and make sure all the floors were clean, and you'd hear footsteps.
Ew.
And you hear doors open and close.
No. I'm not going there then. No fucking.
And there were days where we had radios, and maybe someone was up in the projection booth fucking with me, so I would radio. I go, hey Mike. There were two guys there, both named Mike. I can't remember what the last name of the first guy was, but the other guy, his actual name was Mike Jack.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so anyways, you call Mike.
And I would page for Mike, I don't know his last name, and I go, are you upstairs? And he goes, no. I go, is there anyone upstairs? He goes, no, why? I go, I swear that I hear, and maybe there was like a fire exit, maybe it was a security guard going, like doing a walkthrough, like I'm not sure. But I know what I heard.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah. But
oh my god. Paranormal shit scares me, but it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, to be honest with you, no. Let's save that for another day. It's too late at night now to be talking about that.
I remember when I worked there, we had Burger King up there, and so we would get.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew? Burger King is amazing.
Ew.
You get a Whopper, fries.
Ew.
And what was it? Wednesdays were Whopper Wednesdays?
Ew. Still is. Ew.
Yeah. Oh, the Whoppers there used to be amazing. And then
ew.
I had
ew.
like a plastic container for fries.
Gross.
There's nothing like the cheese for nachos, because I would get it from the movie theater. It was so
gross.
It's like loaded fries.
Gross. No, Burger King fries are gross.
It was so good.
They're gross. I'm sorry.
You know there used to be a McDonald's in.
There used to be McDonald's everywhere in malls.
There also used to be an LCBO in there.
Okay. So people got drunk and went on the carnival rides?
Probably. Actually, that was a goal of mine. There used to be a Moxie's, and one day.
There used to be a Moxie's?
Yeah, there used to be a Moxie's.
That mall's not bougie enough to have a Moxie's.
It was a Moxie's before Moxie's was bougie. It was like one of the only ones, and it just happened to be at
fucking Woodbine.
At Woodbine. And I was convinced one of those days, because it was right. It was the same entrance to where the Ferris wheel was, or still is. If you went through that bottom entrance and then before you went up the escalator to go into the carnival area, excuse me, it used to be right on the left-hand side. And I wanted to get loaded as fuck one day and just get on a ride.
Which ride?
Well, there was one that like went in a circle. I was gonna go on it once and then throw up and be like, "Woo!"
Fucking loser.
Yeah.
You're such a doughhead.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like, let's be serious. Why would you do that? You're such a doughhead.
Something to do.
I mean, it's not the same as it used to be, I don't think, eh? Like, I've not heard anything good about it.
No.
I used to go as a kid.
It's changed a lot now because the mall's now under new ownership.
I used to go as a kid, and I remember I don't like rides that much.
Yeah.
But I would do the merry-go-round, you know, the one with the horses?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always get on the black horse with blue eyes, and his name, I named him, he was Buckaroo.
Yeah.
Buckaroo. That was my horse. And if somebody was on that horse, I would get so mad.
Yeah.
Like, legit, I would be like, that's my horse.
Yeah. I remember getting on the train.
Do you remember that with, like, the dwarfs?
Yeah, when you go through, like, the little cave.
Yeah, that scared me, eh?
Did it?
Yeah, I'm scared of the dark. I've always been scared of the dark. So I never liked it.
Yeah. There used to be a really good t-shirt shop.
I wouldn't know. I stopped going there when I was like 5.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if they're still around.
My mall sucks.
Actually, the same entrance to where the Moxies used to be. If you went just past there, and there used to be an electronics store on the left, and actually across from that on the right hand side was where I used to get my hair cut. Before they closed down, it was one of the few places I trusted with my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you miss them?
Yes, terribly. Because I used to go like once a month to get a trim.
Honestly, you can just get your uncle to cut your hair.
No, thank you.
Hey, why you stop rubbing my foot? Just be careful.
I am being careful.
He's rubbing my foot right now, guys.
Yeah.
He's such a good guy.
Didn't even have to ask for it. I just did it.
Exactly. He's the best. The best.
Yeah.
You know how, have you been to the mall like early in the morning before it opens and you see like the old people walking?
Okay, so I used to work at Cloverdale Mall. Like, I can't remember how many years ago. I think it was like 10 years ago when I was there. I'd be there before the mall would open, and we had to go through a certain door. And, where we were working, there's a Tim Hortons in that mall, so I'd go in and get coffee. And you'd see sweaty old people marching around the mall. And it was like, why? But honestly, it was something that they could do first thing in the morning, so they could get out of the house and just stretch their legs and get some exercise. But then it was weird because then you'd also see like younger people doing it, like people who were like
mall walkers.
Yeah, like 5 years older than me, and it's like, bro, like.
It's because you're not outside, you're inside, and you can just do laps. It's not like
But
hard.
it was nice. It wasn't like scorching hot outside.
Yeah, see, exactly. Like, when you think about it, though, you're going into a place where it's temperature controlled. You're not gonna get harmed by the sun. But you gotta remember, like, some people, like me, who have, like, really bad skin for the sun, like, I burn so fast.
Well, I'm talking like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So like
Yeah, so still, you can still get burned at 8 o'clock in the morning. I've done it before. It's not like it's, like, it happens. It's happened to me before on my way home from work.
Yeah.
Where when I worked night shift, I got a sunburn. So, but yeah, I actually knew somebody who did that. I used to work with somebody when I worked at my last company. He was telling me that he was older, and he told me that every Sunday he'd go for a walk around the mall, him and his wife, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. He's like, yeah, and then we'd go get pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, like, you guys are so cute.
Yeah.
I was like that man's best friend, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the only person he would talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But, speaking of the older people, have you ever tried teaching an older person how to use, like, a computer or a cell phone?
That's like...
Or even, like, I don't know, anything new, like the washing machine or the dryer.
If it doesn't have one of those turn button push to start, forget it. Because I can turn it here and push start. And I'll be honest, they don't make washers like that anymore on purpose. They make them to fail. They make them to break. And the vendors will actually tell you that is those previous ones, like we have somewhat of a new washer, but our dryer is still the same one we had from when we first moved into the house. And we're talking...
I had a washer dryer like that, and they both crapped out. That's why we got the new one.
Yeah. Our dryer's still going strong, and my dad always says, he goes, if it breaks, I'm just going to keep fixing it, because at the end of the day, like...
You guys got ink all over your dryer.
That came off. We got it off.
Did it?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
We used a coarser... okay, so a little bit of nail polish
Steel
remover.
wool?
Yeah, steel wool and Vim.
Oh, cool.
And soapy, dish soap and water.
So, like, seriously though, have you ever taught an older person, like, how to program a TV or...
I had to do that before my grandfather passed away and before he got sick. My grandmother called me and she goes, I need you to come over for a sec. Our TV's not working. So I go, okay. So I go over. I go, what's wrong? She goes, I go to hit the power button on the TV and it's not working. Like, I see the cable box come on. So I ask her, I go, do you hit the TV button and then hit power? She goes, no. I go, do that for me. So she hits TV and power. Boom, the TV turns on. Hey, what happened? It turned on.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I said to her, I go, what have you been doing? She goes, I hit the power button. And once you hit it a second time, then the cable box turns on. I guess it was just out of sync, so...
Yeah, that's probably it.
But it's not like before where, they'd be on like a separate remote.
Are you a little gassy?
Just a little bit.
From what?
And we had a really good chicken burger earlier.
I know, didn't I make a good fucking chicken burger?
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
So, like, I remember trying to teach my dad how to use a computer.
The computers are bad. Cell phones are the worst.
Oh, yeah. It was the worst. It was basically, like, I would get so frustrated, I'd be like, fucking figure it out on your own.
Well, like, that older generation they'll look at their phone for 30 seconds. Not even that. and they'll get frustrated and they'll push it in your face. They go, fix it. I go, what's wrong? I don't know, fix it.
And then there's nothing wrong.
No.
It's like you just something simple. You just press the back button.
There's an icon on my phone. I'm like, okay. What is that? I go, that's your Wi-Fi. What do I need Wi-Fi for? I have data. I go, you don't want to use your data because you're paying for that, and then you'll go over, and then you're gonna have to pay more.
Exactly.
I go, so just stay on your data or your Wi-Fi while you're at home.
Who did you have to teach to do that?
My dad.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see that. Your dad's pretty tech savvy. So
my dad's tech savvy, but also when I'm not around, YouTube's a good help for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, my dad will just like.
Mine doesn't even know how to use it. My dad does not know how to open up a laptop.
No way.
No.
My dad.
He knows how to call on his cell phone. He knows how to text now.
Yeah.
He can take pictures.
Yeah.
He knows how to receive pictures if you send them to him.
Yeah.
Really, that's about it.
My dad has this friend. He's about my dad's age. I think he's a little bit older than my dad. I know.
Why you stop?
And he was on a dating website for older gentlemen, but meeting people his own age.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That's so funny.
Well, he was on the website because his ex-wife had passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
He's a widow.
Yes. And so, he wanted to meet someone else. And the classification and the website he was using, unfortunately, there was a very, very limited window for men his age. Believe it or not, there were actually a lot more women than there were men.
Because men die first.
Yeah. So,
That's why, have you ever been to a nursing home? It's all women.
Yeah.
Very, very few men where you're just like, whoa.
Yeah. He was one of those one finger typing people. And I remember one time he was telling me this story, and he would come over every so often, and he'd ask us to type up messages for him, because his computer at home, if he didn't type anything for a certain amount of time, or say he walked away from his computer, the message would time out. And so say if he wrote this 2-page letter to this woman,
that's a long
yeah,
thing.
no,
who wants to sit and fucking read that?
Yeah, so he'd type out like one finger typing everything and rereading everything, and then he'd walk away from his computer and come back, and then the message would be gone because it would unfortunately your session is timed out. So
that sucks.
So he would come over and he goes, I need your help. He goes, can you send these messages for me? I'm like, yeah, of course I can.
Well, you're nice.
Yeah.
So, like, older people have a lot of trouble learning how to use technology.
Yeah.
But younger people, like, they're born with, like, fucking tablets in their hands.
I honestly, like, when I have kids, when you can work, yeah, that's when you're getting a phone. Because,
definitely.
Because it's going to come out of your pocket. None of this bullshit privilege of, well, John has a phone. Then go live with John. Go to John's house.
Get John's mom to buy you a phone.
Will they buy you a phone? Go ask them.
Okay, well, I was so annoyed. I was at work, and this person brought their kids in the store, and this one kid, he's watching videos on a tablet, and I'm just like, and it's like, not even headphones.
Yeah.
Just like playing this thing like it's nothing, and it's like, hello? Like, that's rude.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit.
We went to Canyon Creek not too long ago, and I had got up to go use the restroom before the food got there, and on my way to the washroom, I see this mother, and it's a fairly expensive restaurant. The mother's there, the son's there. The son's not touching his food, and I noticed it out of the corner of my eye, and I had to walk past them to go to the washroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I got closer, and I'm like, how come the mother's eating and the kid's, sitting there with his tablet? I'm like, what the hell's going on? This fucking kid, like, I'm not gonna lie, I play Fortnite, but I don't go out in public and take my cell phone or my tablet or my laptop with me and sit at a table in a restaurant in public and do this shit. I do it in the privacy of my.
How do you play Fortnite outside of your game system?
They have a mobile version.
Oh god.
Yes. They have a mobile version.
Okay, but that restaurant did not have Wi-Fi, so what are they playing on?
No, they had Wi-Fi in there.
No, they did not, because I couldn't get on. I tried.
I don't know. He managed to get on there.
Well, no, he's using data.
I don't know.
He was using his parents' data.
Yeah. Well, regardless, this fucking kid was in an expensive restaurant playing Fortnite.
So, speaking of children and technology, I wanted to get on something. This bad thing that's been on the internet. It's called M.C.R.O, and it's this thin-haired, chicken-looking, bulgy-eyed, beaky mouth kind of thing. Like, it's got a beak-pointed mouth, bulgy eyes. Ugh, it's just ugly.
Yeah.
And whoever is running this M.C.R.O has been making videos for kids, and then placing this. So there'd be a video playing, and it's of a toy commercial or something, or like a video of like Peppa Pig or something.
Yeah. Well,
and then there's like an insert. It's like something inserted in where it's this Momo thing telling children to go and find their sharpest toy, something that you can find in your dad's garage, or if you don't find anything there, go to your mom's kitchen and grab a knife. And it's telling them how to slit their wrists to the point where, like, that could kill them.
Yeah.
Where it's, if you're doing it right, there's going to be a lot of red stuff. Some children are very naive. And I don't know how.
Well, there's been cases already in the U.S. Where kids have actually done what
it's been told to do by this M.C.R.O.
Yeah.
And that's quite scary.
Yeah. And now on top of that,
it's also, there was another thing. What was it, like Blue Whale or something? It's very similar to that, where it's targeting kids and teens, because it's targeting teens through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know, I think that parents should be, I've heard, because I posted it on my page, where I'm like, what the fuck is this M.C.R.O?
Yeah.
And I've had parents who are like my age, and they're telling me what it is, and that they've prevented their kids from using technology.
Yeah.
Like, they're very reduced screen time. They can only watch the internet on their own device. Kids can't use internet on their devices. So it's like whatever device is allowed to be used on and stuff like that. It's, honest to God, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I think the authorities need to crack down on this and see who's doing this and how many people are doing it.
Yeah.
I hope it's already in the midst.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna harm children, then you're fucked up in your brain.
Yeah.
In my opinion. They need to get to the bottom of who's doing it, catch them, throw them in jail.
Yeah.
Because this isn't right. And then, apparently it tells them to do, like, little things, too.
Yeah.
That don't harm them, but then...
And, well, it's not even like, it'll be like, hey, I want you to do this for me, but when you're done, you have to send me pictures to prove that you've done it. And then, progressively, it gets worse and worse, and this is what I've read. And then, it'll get to the point where it's like, oh, when your family's sleeping, I want you to go in and hurt them.
Turn the oven on, or at 3 a.m. go turn the oven on.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, whoever decided that is fucked.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Yeah. Someone's got to step in. Someone's got to do something.
So, like, parents, if you're listening, honestly, please monitor your children's tablets or whatever devices they're using. Like, even, like, other apps, too. Like, even Fortnite. I would be watching, like, your kids on that, because there's a lot... Because they can talk to just about anybody. And Because I've been playing and I've had like kids talking to me.
Yeah.
And where I'm just like, hey, stop talking. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. Are you a girl?
Yeah. Or then they just start talking shit about your mom and it's just like, hey, you fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just cuss them.
Yeah, and then like, I even say to some of these kids, like, yo, you got a fucking mouth on you. See, yeah, well, fuck you. And it's just like, what are you, like 8? It's past your bedtime. Go to bed.
Right? Like, they're playing at all hours of the day.
Yeah. And night.
All hours of the night.
Yeah. It's like, you got school in the morning. Go to bed.
How many times have I said that? We're playing at midnight.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, go to bed.
If I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, and midnight was around and I was still awake, I caught a beating from my parents.
Same here. I remember though when I was younger, I had an NES in my room.
Yeah.
But when it was bedtime, it was bedtime.
Yeah,
like you were not staying up. You were not,
No, I had when I was 8 or 9 years old, I had a strict bedtime.
Mhm.
And
I think that up until I was 10 years old, I was going to bed at 8 o'clock. Until I asked to go to bed later.
The exception for us was Saturday. Saturdays, because I'd sit and watch hockey with my dad Saturday nights. Mm-hmm. And I get to watch up until the second period. And then once the second period was done, that's when I went to bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I had to beg my dad, and I go, please, I like watching hockey, and playoffs was a different story. Playoffs were playoffs, but when Saturday night rolled around, it was you stayed up until the second period, and then once the second period was over, because that intermission, even now, the third period intermission always feels like an eternity.
It really does, but that's also like the parents' time to be.
Yeah,
doing their own thing, where you get their time together.
Yeah.
So that's why kids need to go to bed early to.
You gotta give
to grow, for their brain to grow, for their bodies to grow. Like, do you see kids nowadays are so short?
Yeah.
And you're just like, holy shit.
Some kids are fucking stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some pretty stupid ass kids.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah. The fucking blockhead kid.
I can't, don't stop.
No, I'm not. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna say names.
Stop it. No, stop.
No.
Stop. This is for another day. This is for another day.
Stupid ass kids.
No, here's what we're gonna say. Parents.
Yeah, you gotta dress your kids better.
No, you have to monitor your kids online.
No, yeah.
No, stop.
We're
not talking about that anymore.
We're
not talking about that anymore.
Yes, well, I want to finish my point.
No, we're not talking about that anymore. We have to close off. So here's our Canadian segment.
Okay.
Here's something that's Canadian only. You can only buy it in Canada. It's only produced in Canada. Is ice wine.
Yes.
Which is amazing. It's actually the production of ice wine is really unique. The bottles are a 375 milliliter bottle, like a Mickey size bottle. They take 40 pounds of grapes. So it takes 40 pounds of grapes to be squeezed into that one little bottle.
Okay, it's not only 40 pounds of grapes. It has to be done in the dead of winter.
Yeah, it has to be frozen. They are frozen from now.
Yes.
Well, last month they had the ice wine festival.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
So basically minus 20 degrees.
Yeah. And it's so sweet. It's so good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Some of them are. Some of them aren't so good.
Everyone I've had, it was delicious.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for listening.
That was our Canadian thing, eh?
It was our Canadian thing.
Oh, fuck. Right.
Thank you all for listening. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at M.C.R.O Radio.
Signing off.
Later days. Catch you later.
Get you later. I'm fucking right, bud.